Morrie's Ford's out here today with the new 2015 Ford Edge. What I'd like to do is show you around the interior, the exterior of the vehicle, and then do a driving review. So this version is the SEL with the all-wheel drive. This one also has the optional V6, which is going to give you a little bit more of that get up and go horsepower. All the way from these LED signature headlights to the LED taillights, this does have a redesign for 2015. That style is noted down with the fog lights where you have a little bit different look in the grille. And then on the side and the profile of this vehicle is a little bit different and a little more style to it. So the Edge, even with the 2-liter 4-cylinder, does have a car-like feel to it more than an SUV. You can opt for the SEL or the Sport model, which ups to that V6 as an option. And from there, I mean, it's gonna drive more like you're in a Ford Fusion than you're out in an F-150. And that's something I really like, is that you feel like you can get into parking spaces easier, you can maneuver the car, and you can fit 5 people and all your stuff comfortably. Whether you're hauling the kids off to soccer practice or heading up north for the weekend, the Edge is gonna provide you with great fuel economy, plenty of space, and great looks on the exterior. So one thing I really like on this SEL is the optional power liftgate. When you double press on the key, it's gonna open right past the rear view camera. Here you'll notice that you can stop the power liftgate and program that to open for you to a certain height. That's as simple as finding the height you like, clicking it, and then holding down until you get a confirmation beep inside. So that's nice for a little bit of a shorter driver, or if you want the kids to be able to reach up and be able to press the button here, that's easily programmable. Another thing is those 60-40 split rear seats in the back. That again, super simple. You just press the button here, whichever side you want to fold down, or if you want to do both, and that's going to kick both those down and you have a ton of space to haul anything that's a little bit larger. Okay, so now we're gonna go for a little drive around in the new Edge. So there's a drive in a sport mode. When you put it in sport mode, it will hold the revs a little bit more, and then you can use these cool little paddle shifters also behind the steering wheel. So the first thing I got when I jumped in this new Edge is how comfortable the seats are. They kind of have a cool look to them, almost a retro Ford with sort of this cross stitching in there. Makes me feel like I'm in an old Ford Galaxy or something else. I like that they brought that back. This one again does have a few of the options like the power liftgate. You've got some of the leather inside of here and the bigger V6. And I think the V6 is great, even if you're not going to be towing or anything. I think the extra kind of get up and go is certainly nice to have. Couple cool things. Ford Sync, if you haven't used it before, it does take a little bit of getting used to, but once you figure it out, it's super user friendly. All your climate control's done through there, all the radio stuff's done through there. As well, you can use these arrows on the steering wheel, and that's gonna give you your speedometer, your intelligent all-wheel drive, distance to empty, all that sorts of stuff on the left. And then on the right, that's gonna be your radio and phone, and then if you did pop from the navigation, that would also be in there. You know, we're out cruising down the highway 50 miles an hour, and this thing is pretty quiet. I mean, there's a decent amount of tire underneath, so you'd expect a little bit of road noise, but not much at all. It's very similar to the new Explorer, and then I was surprised just how quiet they are once you're inside the vehicle. Over the bumps and kind of the rougher roads, I have spent a little time driving this around, and you know, it's nice and comfortable. You just kind of get in and go. You don't really think about it. Whether you're heading to work every day, or if you're just going around town running errands, I think this car is extremely comfortable for day-to-day use. And I think that's what's important, is 90% of the time, how are you gonna be driving the vehicle? I think that's usually where it kind of breaks down to, whether you're picking the kids up or, like I said, running around. I think this makes for a great crossover SUV for that. Visibility is great. The back window is huge. I mean, you get all that space back there as well. You can actually see out of the back of it, and then you do have a backup camera here. I mean, overall, I think this is certainly a great choice. If you're looking crossover SUVs, I mean, there's plenty of good ones out in the market, but I think the Ford Edge is certainly a pretty strong competitor as far as everything goes. Like the style outside, like the feel inside the cabin. Got those Minnesota classic heated leather seats in here, and the radio sounds good. I think it's a win-win all the way around. On behalf of Morrie's Ford, thank you for watching. To schedule your test drive in the all-new Edge, stop by our Minnetonka or Buffalo Ford locations. Thanks again for watching, and make sure you buy happy.